Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Change with Experience 2007 Campaign Rally and Reception. A few housekeeping announcements. This is just like our general membership meeting. We have a recycle cart over there. If you could put your empty cans and so forth there, we appreciate that. But really, help yourself to refreshments. There's plenty of food for all of us, and there's probably some to take home too after. Also, there's a sign-in book. I would like to acknowledge everybody who's here, so if you so choose, if you could put your address in the sign-in book, I would appreciate that. Before we get started, I want to introduce the Change with Experience 2000 slate members to all of you. I will start out with our president, Mark Joyner. Mark is like a walking encyclopedia for Local 481 history. I mean, he's been on the board longer than anyone else, and he has worked for 3 different employers that Local 481 has contracts with, Avis, Hertz, and UPS since 1991. He has held the position of trustee, vice president, and now president. So whenever I need to know what's going on, I'm always picking his brain. I really appreciate the fact that he can recite things going back 20 years. So anyway, thank you, Mark. Running unopposed, your Vice President, Mark Dodson. Mark is a 26-year Local 481 member through his employment at the San Diego Zoo. Currently, he's the shipping and receiving storekeeper, and he has held the position of trustee, and then this year he is now vice president. He has been an elected delegate to the last 3 IBT conventions. Thank you, Mark. Also running unopposed is your recording secretary, Gail Panzerini. Gail has been a member of this local for over 20 years through her employment in food service and merchandising departments at the San Diego Zoo. Gail has also worked as an office secretary at the local for the last 2 years and has held the office of recording secretary at the local since the beginning of this year. Thank you, Gail. Appreciate it. And now your trustees in alphabetical order. We'll start with Kevin Buchanan. Kevin has been a member for over 21 years, mostly at UPS, but he also had a stint at Ryder Truck Rental. And what Kevin brings to the board is the fact that he has worked for different employers doing different jobs and working for 2 companies that are multinational companies, UPS being the largest. And that kind of experience is kind of what we're talking about here, having diversity, having the experience of dealing with those kinds of employers, because Local 481 has contracts with employers that are local and employers that are global. So thank you, Kevin. Bob Diestato from the San Diego Zoo. Running as a trustee. Bob is the longest tenured member of Local 481 on our Change with Experience team. 35 years as a member of this local. What Bob brings to our board, which I'm just really excited about, a couple of things. One is that he has experience on other boards. What he's going to bring to our board is probably something that we've never had before. The other thing is his knowledge, particularly of website construction and the utilization of that technology is something that we probably all can't really imagine, but to have him on our board is a definite plus. And Bob, thanks. George Skirpik from UPS. I mean this affectionately, but you are the baby of the group, George. George has only 15 years as a member of Local 481, but He's done double duty in those 15 years. For the last almost 10 years now, he has been a steward at the San Marcos shop and handling issues not just with 481, but in the true Teamster spirit, he also represents the 542 members there, because many times there is no other steward on site. There's only George, and George handles issues from both locals. And I know that 542 members and 481 members appreciate that, and that is the true spirit of unionism. So thank you, George. There is no way a person can occupy the office of Secretary-Treasurer and do everything themselves. These fine people have experience in all of the industries that 481 represents. The combined membership of the Change with Experience 2007 slate spans over 169 years. That is real experience, and I have plans on tapping into all of their combined knowledge and talents to make our local stronger. Well, here we are. As I look around the room and at some of our board members, I see many of you who were directly responsible for me being here. I remember going to general membership meetings in the 80s, and I would comment to some of you about my opinion on a union matter. And you would respond back to me, "Why don't you get more involved with the union?" Well, look what you've done. I guess I got more involved with the union. Thank you all very much. But really, I do not know how to explain it, but being put into leadership or positions of responsibility by